Hey everyone, this is Pastor Kiri Unreal from the United Presbyterian Church of Northville, and I'm just leaving a little video message for everybody because a couple of days ago I had the privilege of visiting with Larry Gruitt down at Albany Medical Center. He is suffering from cancer and also found out that he had pneumonia and that it's not just pneumonia, but it's Legionnaire's disease, which is something that's probably only affecting him right now because he has a depressed immune system. Anyway, I visited him in his room and put on a gown and gloves and all of those things that protect us when we're in an immune compromised situation, and visited him. Larry and I had an amazing conversation. And one of the things that we started talking about was the spiritual nature as opposed to the physical nature of our bodies. Larry and Diane DaCosta, a member of our church who had just died recently, both face this experience in which their bodies are wasting away while their minds and their inner spirits feel strong. I thought about how I've had an ongoing discussion with myself for quite a while about whether I want my mind or my body to go first. Most people think, well, at least they have their mind. Well, I'm not sure at all that that's what I'm going to prefer. If I lose my mind, at least I don't have to experience my body wasting away. As Larry and I were talking, we started praying about his spiritual self. And one of the scriptures that feels so close to this issue for me is the one in which it says, we know that even if our outer body is wasting away, we have an inner self that is being renewed day by day. That inner self we often think of as being something that is created or magically appears once we are dead. But we don't usually think about it as something that is inside of us right now. A spiritual self that is being renewed day by day already, right now, even while our bodies are wasting away. I think from the time that we're probably about 12 years old, our bodies start wasting away in some way or another. I know that now that I'm 38, I'm feeling all kinds of aches and pains and creaks in my bones and joints and all kinds of things like that. My ankles and my knees are angry at me from time to time when I exercise a little bit too much, or if I go run around and play soccer with Liam, and I know that I need to work on keeping this body young as long as I can. But isn't it wonderful and absolutely beautiful to think that even now, as our body is wasting away, slowly, hopefully, but even now, our inner nature is being renewed and strengthened and made more whole and more strong, so that as a part of us becomes weak, another part of us gains in strength. Paul certainly talks about that too. He says, my weakness becomes my strength. And we can interpret that in a lot of different ways. But I think that what is always meant by it is that even as we are growing weak in one way, God is making us strong. Think about this inner spiritual body that is in your hands and in your feet and in your lungs as you breathe and in your heart as it courses blood through your body and in your minds and in your neurons as you think and grow and understand. Think about this spiritual body that is growing strong even now. And maybe it will give you some confidence and some courage when you come to face something that is closer to resurrection. If you think not that God is going to suddenly give you some body that you are unfamiliar with and you wonder whether you'll even recognize yourself or feel like yourself, think instead that God is already giving you that body and that it is within you right now, growing in strength, growing in wisdom and in beauty, being renewed day by day by day. This is the body that God keeps and treasures and that he will lift up into heaven. God be with you through it, both now and forevermore.